Hello everyone, hello friends, Lauda here, welcome back. Today, I am going to help you start a sketchbook. Now, do you need to be an artist to have a sketchbook? No, you do not need to be an artist to have a sketchbook. All you have to do is want to express yourself in your own way, either to keep it to yourself or to share it with others. Some people have gratitude journals, bullet journals, their daily diaries. And if you come to think about it, they're somehow keeping a sketchbook. There are many preconceptions about drawing nowadays. The internet is filled with amazing and incredible artists. You see artworks, you can't believe it's a real painting. They're so perfect. So you feel a little bit intimidated. I know I was, but now I have 3 sketchbooks going on at the same time. I draw daily and I share my drawings online. Sketching has helped me a lot lately, especially with seeing the world in a different way. I have drawn my cup of coffee like 3 times lately, and each time I draw it, it looks different depending on the day. Oh, I can't even draw a straight line kind of mentality. Of course you can, and I bet you do it every day without noticing it. So don't be afraid to start your sketchbook. At least try and see what happens. I am going to show you 4 easy drawing ideas for you to start your sketchbook journey today. We're going to start with 4 basic forms. A square that becomes a cube. A triangle that becomes a watermelon slice, a circle that becomes a bowl, and a rectangle that becomes a glass. From 2-dimension to 3-dimension form. Join me as I show you how to do it. You don't have a sketchbook? It's okay, any paper will do. Sticky notes or that old college notebook you have tucked away in your closet. A pen or pencil to draw with. You do not need expensive materials or a lot of art materials to do this. There are no rules for sketchbooks. Okay, enough of this. Let's go, let's do this. So let's start with the 4 basic shapes. Square, triangle, circle, and rectangle. So what is the definition of a square? A square is a 2-dimensional closed shape with 4 equal sides, and all opposite sides are parallel to each other. A triangle is a closed 2-dimensional shape with 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices, and it's also called a polygon. A circle is a round-shaped figure that has no corners nor edges. A rectangle is a closed 2-dimensional shape having 4 sides, 4 corners, and 4 right angles. Now, 2 sides are longer than the other side, so length times width. Now, we're going to grab just a piece of paper. Any paper will do, like I said before. And we're going to get familiar with all these shapes. I am going to use a pencil. Now, I'm not going to grab the pencil right at the tip. I'm going to grab it right there. And we're just going to draw the first shape, which was a square, 4 equal sides. We're going to try and make them 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can practice all day long until we get used to this shape. You can also start making them in different sizes and start making also patterns with them. Smaller ones, you can make a big one. And as you can see, they're not perfect. I'm not trying to make a perfect square. I'm trying just to get used to the shape for my sketchbook. Make your own squares. And then you can make a pattern. You can add color to it afterwards. And we're going to do the same thing with the triangle, the circle, and the rectangle. So the triangle, 3 sides. 2, 3. You can make them small, you can make them big. There you go. Now with the circle, same thing. What I do is I put the pencil on the paper and my hand draws the circle. Not the pencil. You've heard the phrase, practice makes perfect. And this is just an exercise that you can do every single day just to get used to all these basic shapes. And here's a rectangle. One long side, one short side, one long side, one short side. Make them small. Nobody was born knowing how to draw. I think the more we practice, the better we become. I think we develop all our gifts and talents throughout our lifetime. I loved art since the beginning, and I didn't know how to draw, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my first stick figure from first grade. Ta-da! So you can draw a stick figure. Anybody can draw a stick figure. So back to our basic shapes. Here it is. Now, you can see, you can practice every single day unless you want to go straight to your sketchbook and maybe just practice in your sketchbook. There's a lot of things that you can do with these 4 basic shapes. So now that we've done the 2-dimensional practice, on the next segment, we're going to try and do the 3-dimensional side of these shapes. The square becomes a cube, the triangle a pyramid. The circle, we're going to make it into a bowl, and this rectangle into a glass. So we're going to grab another piece of paper, clean sheet, and we're going to start. If you feel you can't do this yet, keep on practicing on your shapes. But it shouldn't be difficult. We make the square, 4 sides, 4 equal sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To make this a cube, we're going to add lines on these 2 top corners going one way. 2 angles. And we're going to connect those 2 lines with a straight line. From this corner, we're going to bring a line down. And from this corner, we're going to do another angle to that closes the cube. And here you go, and you have the cube. What can you do with the cube? You can do one of those game pieces that come in all the games. Right here, we can do a little dice. There's a lot of things that you can do with a cube. Just play around. Now we're going to use the triangle. We're going to make it into a pyramid. So here we go. Triangle. We close those 3 sides. Now we're going to do another angle here like we did in the square. But instead of doing an angle on this corner, we're going to make a straight line to this angle line. And here you have your pyramid. What can you do with pyramids? Oh, you can do a pyramid. There, you know, you make your lines, angles, and suddenly we are in Egypt. What can we do with a circle? We're going to do a very light circle. Remember we said we're going to do a bowl. So, as you see, my hand making the circle very lightly. We're going to do an ellipse right here in the middle. That's the top of the bowl. Follow the lines of the circle. And you have a bowl. Here, you can have a little spoon inside the bowl. Many things you can do also with the circle. What can we do? The glass with the rectangle. We got the rectangle right here. A glass. Here is the top of the glass. We do 2 angled lines to the bottom. And here is a glass. I had previously drawn the objects that I mentioned before at the beginning of the video in my sketchbook, and I am going to show them to you right now. Here's the cube, the pyramid, the sphere, and the rectangle. I am going to leave a photo of this spread at the end of the video so you can maybe try and reproduce these 4 objects. It's been about 53 years since I found that I could express myself through art. From those stick figures that I found in my first grade book, up until now, I haven't stopped drawing a single day. When I have the opportunity, I still draw these basic shapes: the square, the triangle, the circle, the rectangle. As you know, they say, practice makes perfect. I always wanted to teach art and how to use art as a form of expression. So I decided to teach myself on how to make art tutorial videos. This is my first art tutorial at teaching the 4 basic shapes of drawing to help you express yourself through art without being scared or intimidated. And maybe it will inspire you to start your own sketchbook. Thank you for watching and for giving me a chance to make mistakes as I learn something new. This is Laura, and I'll see you again soon.